Before I started Trudenta, life on a day-to-day basis was kind of difficult because I couldn't eat very many foods because I could only open my mouth about 5 millimeters, right? Yeah. And I couldn't, because my jaw hurt and couldn't open, it messed up my neck, and so I couldn't turn my neck, and my neck always hurt, and since my neck couldn't turn, I couldn't spot and dance, and I couldn't get my driving permit because I couldn't look over my shoulder.
She was kind of a big mess. Her doctor was to the point of, what are we going to do and how are we going to keep food in you, because it was so small of an opening that she could get her mouth open, and it was not a good normal thing at all, the way her mouth was going. We had tried physical therapy, we tried water therapy, and some of them would give her relief, but nothing was getting her so she could open her mouth. The physical therapists were constantly confused at why things weren't getting better with all the therapies that she had had, and they couldn't even actually diagnose what was wrong with her neck, because everything they looked at wasn't what they had thought it was. And we tried multiple things, and we were to the point of, we're not going to try surgery for the fact of how young she is. Our neighbor suggested Dr. Malin, and it was heaven sent. The first time we came to see Dr. Malin, it was awesome. She went home with hope. She went home excited because this was the first thing that had given her relief. It was an option. It was safer than surgery, obviously, and it was helping. The first time, it was worth everything. We would have dropped anything to be able to do this therapy.
I first noticed the biggest improvement after starting Trudenta was probably a few weeks in, but the first time after our consultation, I went home and I noticed that my neck could turn more and my mouth could open more, which was huge since it hadn't done that in a really long time. Since the Trudenta was working, it gave me a lot of hope, and it made me really happy that I could start eating foods normally. Like when I'd have a sandwich, I'd have to squish it and then like shove it into my mouth somehow, and then I could start, now with the Trudenta, I could start eating sandwiches normally and eating any food I want without having to worry about if my mouth will open wide enough to eat it.
I can't believe that she's been so willing to do all this home care with the therapies this whole time, but it's because that she can see results and she knows that it's working. Dr. Malin and his staff is awesome. They are over the top nice to both of us, and if I've had to bring extra kids in, they're great with my other kids. They have done an excellent job of taking care of her and making sure she's healthy and giving her different options and always trying to improve her life instead of just, you're another patient and another person coming through the door.
I really liked that everyone actually cares, and lots of other doctors, they just kind of give you a diagnosis or say do this and then they don't even think about you ever, but everyone here actually cares and wants you to get better.
I have recommended Dr. Malin and Trudenta to everybody that has any type of issues, of jaw issues, especially with arthritis, that has those issues. I've done it on groups that I'm in for the JIA because it works and it is a safe, awesome option that really works.